Hello everybody and welcome to another League of Legends video, this one featuring Graves. And yes, I do have different looking loading screen, and that is because I recently installed the Chinese art pack. So it's got all the different Chinese artwork for all the different skins and loadout screens and everything. Whoa. Oh, bugger. Well, looks like we invaded them, and we were able to get first blood, and there we go. Alrighty, so we were able to get off. I am playing Graves, as I said, and this was taken from a ranked match, and what we did was we were able to invade, and then we were able to kill their Olaf, but they do have a Warwick jungler, and we're going to be able to take their blue, but I wanted to stick around, but I wasn't going to because I needed to get bot. Because I don't have boots, so I needed a bit of a head start. But I'm going to go back. I started with the Doran's, going to get 2 health pots. And, yep. So, yeah. This was taken for a ranked match. So, we're going to have me playing Graves with Tarek bot. Then we're going to have Fizz mid, Pantheon top, and then Xin Zhao going to be jungling. And they're going to have a Cassidin mid, Warwick jungle, Kale and Ash bot, and then they're going to have an Olaf top. Anyway, so saw that Warwick was taking up blue. I was trying to stop him, but I couldn't really. Anyway, so while I was losing CS bot, I was going to be able to take the mini lizards, and that will give me just a little bit more XP and gold because I did miss out one, but I'm going to miss out on another one. And looks like Fizz going top for a gank, already has his E. I think he started off with that, but looks like he's not going to be able to do much. And it looks like Tarek's mid for the time being, but I really wanted him to come down. Anyway, so double slow. Anyway, so I'm going to get quite a bit of damage on me right now, as you can probably see. And, yeah, I'm going to be able to get away, but not that much health. I probably should just recall because Tarek isn't here to heal me up, but, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so Graves is a ranged AD champion, if you didn't bloody notice. And he is probably, right now, one of the strongest ones. Just partially because he has great lane sustain, other than right now. But, for instance, his passive is True Grit. Graves gains bonus armor and magic resist every second he remains in combat. So Graves is treated as in combat if he has dealt or taken damage in the last 3 seconds. So every time he attacks or gets attacked, he gains a stack, and it can go up to 10 stacks. And he gains extra armor and magic resist. So that gives him just a natural lane tankiness, and it allows him to win and damage exchanges, while if you're going in to harass the enemy and they harass you, then you'll most likely end up winning with Graves because of that passive. As well, he has quite high damage output early on in the game from his Q, which is Buckshot. Graves shoots 3 bullets in a cone, dealing physical damage to all enemies in their paths. Enemies hit with multiple bullets take 25% damage from each additional bullet. And I don't know how you take more damage from more than 1 bullet. Anyway, so looks like a gank's going on top, and Xin Zhao gonna try and gank this Olaf. It'd be best to try and gank Olaf before he's level 6, and he is level 4 right now. And there is a Pantheon and Xin Zhao, stun and Xin Zhao knock up, but it looks like they're going to go in, and Pantheon must be quite low. Yeah, he is. Anyway, so there's the knock up on Olaf, and Pantheon's gonna be able to get the kill. So Xin Zhao having to flash there, but still was able to get out, and I was going to go in on this Kale, but just try and help keep this Tarek alive, but I can't really do anything, so unless I get my W, but I don't have it right now, so there's no point, but I have it now. Anyway, so the good thing about Graves' Buckshot is that it looks like a kill going in mid, and looks like Fizz is going to survive that ignite. Anyway, so the good thing about his Buckshot is that since that has such high damage early on, like he can beat like Ash is quite bad early on. Like for instance, her volley, it doesn't really do that much damage unless you get more points in it and you get items going. But like for instance, so against Graves, Graves probably definitely beats Ashe. And the good thing is that if you're playing Graves Taric, for instance, Graves Taric works really well. It allows you to be very, very aggressive in lane, and the good thing about that is that you'll be able to force out your opponent a lot of the time. They'll be underleveled, underfarmed, and it will make them basically useless in the game. And this Taric is trying to steal my CS. Anyway, so his E is quick draw, which and by the way, buckshot is what I like to max first. Anyway, so it looks like Pantheon starting a killing spree, going 3-0, sorry. So got another kill on that Olaf thanks to Xin Zhao. So it looks like Xin Zhao babysitting top a bit. Probably should help the other lanes, but it doesn't really look like we need it. Anyway, so it looks like Fizz coming down bot for a gank. He is level 5, yeah. So not just level 6, but I was getting very annoyed at this Taric because he kept attacking my creeps. I do want to point this out to anybody who's learning to be a support. It doesn't really, like, what am I saying? Hang on, so we're going to go after this KO. I'm going to miss my buckshot, but hopefully we should be able to get this KO. Doesn't really look like it. Just going to try and continuously hit her, but she's going to be able to get away and just heal up. So, if you're the support, don't actually hit it. Like you say, oh, I'll hit it to get it low for you. No, don't do that, because it just messes up the AD carry's way of farming. So just leave it to them. Don't do anything. Otherwise, you'll just screw it up. And meanwhile, Fizz getting a kill mid again on Kassadin. So right now, we're going really, really well. 5-0. Our team has no deaths. And this Kassadin not going too well against Fizz. Anyway, so, looks like Pantheon getting killed, not ganked, by Olaf. But it looks like Olaf's only level 5. But Pantheon was level 6, and Pantheon has a BF sword, whereas Olaf just has a Doran's. So, I'm not sure why he was able to die there, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, so, Graves has got quite a bit of utility. He's got 2 utility spells. So his E is quick draw, which is what I like to max second. Graves, he dashes forward and gains increased attack speed. Graves increased attack speed. Each of his basic attacks lower the cooldown by a second, and it's great because you're able to dodge certain skill shots or whatever, but it also allows you to help catch up, or just even most of the time just give you extra attack speed. So it's a really helpful skill, and the attack speed can go quite high. Anyway, so it looks like Pantheon getting yet another kill on this Olaf. So this Pantheon's just feeding off Olaf again and again and again. Already 4 deaths, so going quite strong top. His W is Smokescreen, and this is probably his main utility spell. I say that each ranged AD carry has a main utility spell. Smokescreen is Graves. Graves fires, Fizz killing Kassadin again, jeez. Graves fires a smoke canister, dealing magic damage on impact and creating a smoke cloud at the location that lasts 5 seconds. Enemies inside the cloud have their sight radius reduced and are slowed while they remain in it. So it's a really creepy skill if you're playing against the Graves, because you can't actually see when you're in the circle, so you don't know. It's great if you're like in a team fight, because you can just use it, and if the whole team's in there, the enemy team's in there, then you'll be able to see that none of them are actually, like, they can't see your team, so you'll be able to just set them up and kill them and whatever you want. So, I had enough gold to get a BF sword, so I was going to recall, but I think I just get a Zeal. I'm not too sure. Nope, BF sword it is. Cool. Anyway, so I noticed this Taric didn't really have any wards, so I just decided to get one. As it isn't just the support's role of buying wards, it's everybody's, because no one seems to notice. Anyway, so it looks like Pantheon dying, but Pantheon getting a kill on Olaf, and it looks like Xin Zhao going against Warwick. Warwick has his ultimate and red buff. There's the exhaust going into Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao's probably going to die. Oh, that arrow just barely missing Xin Zhao, but it looks like Warwick's going to be able to get the kill on him. And it looks like Fizz getting chased by Kassadin, but it looks like Kassadin's going to have to run away, as Fizz could probably just kill him. Yeah, 3-0, and Kassadin's 0-3. Anyway, so here Graves' ultimate is collateral damage. It's probably best used in a team fight. Just highlight it there. Graves fires off an explosive shell, dealing physical damage on to the first enemy champion hit. After hitting a champion or reaching the end of its range, collateral damage deals physical damage in a cone behind it. So it's a great skill for instance, finishing off enemies or just hitting the entire enemy team. Basically, it fires out this bullet, and if it doesn't hit anything, it will just explode and go out in a cone and deal damage. But if it hits a champion, it will deal damage and then do the cone. So it's great. Anyway, so we're going to go onto Kale. There's the sun from Tarek, and Fizz is going to get another kill on Cassidy. I'm going to put down my smoke screen. As you can see, she can't really see, and looks like we're going to be able to, she's going to be able to survive that encounter. Anyway, so with Graves, build-wise, you just want to build him like any ranged AD carry, which is like Bloodthirster or Infinity Edge first, going into like things like Phantom Dance and whatnot. Anyway, so it looks like Tara getting a kill bot with the help of me. Should be the other way around, shouldn't it? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so there you go. So I'm just talking to him about the creeps. Anyway, so yeah, I think the first item I get is a BF sword. BF sword great on any ranged AD carry because it gives that extra lifesteal early on, and you can get those stacks going quite quickly. But oh, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I took Flash Cleanse, and meanwhile Olaf unfortunately killing our Xin Zhao player, but Pantheon able to get top turret as Olaf wasn't there to defend it. So that was alright trade. I mean, it would have been better if Xin Zhao didn't die, but it doesn't really matter too much. But I took Cleanse because I saw that they had like an Ash arrow. They had Olaf, which has quite a bit of like that slow. He has a Warwick ultimate and Kassadin the silence as well as slow. So I decided Cleanse because I normally don't take exhaust or ignite on ranged AD carries. I'd rather take defensive thingos, and it looks like Pantheon just flashing over randomly. What the hell? Anyway, so I'd rather take things like heal or cleanse or something like that because it just feels much easier. Anyway, so it looks like Pantheon and Kassadin doing something random. So I went back and I bought Berserker Greaves. So Berserker Greaves, it should be renamed for Berserker Graves whenever you play Graves, but looks like Riot ain't actually gonna do that. But that's probably one of the only boots you should get on him, unless it's like Ninja Tabby or whatever, or Merc Treads. But yeah, it's so great on Pantheon, on Graves, because you're able to get his passes up quite easily. Anyway, so it looks like Tarek getting engaged here by Warwick and Kale, but it looks like they're not going to be able to do much, and it looks like Fizz getting a kill on Olaf, and Pantheon going to be able to take down Kassadin. We're going to chase after Kassadin, no, Kale's, I meant earlier, and it looks like Pantheon going to be able to get Kassadin. We're going to go after Warwick and be able to finish him off. Then we're going to try and chase after this Ashe, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to catch up to her, but it looks like she ran the wrong way under the, well, she did run under the turret, but she probably should have just run this way, and now she's trapped. And there were 5 of us, but Xin Zhao's going to try and take Dragon, and we're going to help him out. Anyway, so great engage there. We lost nobody and got 4 people, except for like we didn't get Ashe. And I say support Graves because I go 0-4. I don't think I get a kill until I get 7 assists, so it gets very, very annoying. But you know, can't do anything about that. Anyway, so it looks like Ashe is going to be coming in here, and Tarek and I are just going to go in, and here comes Kale as well. So I was going to go after Kale. There's the stun going onto Kale, going to get her really low, and there's the ultimate, there's the smoke screen, and there's the heal as well. So she's going to be able to get out of that quite easily without taking too much damage. Anyway, so it looks like Fizz getting a kill on Olaf, it seems, and Xin Zhao gonna have to be able to flash away, but it's Kassadin going to be able to ult and take down Fizz, but it looks like Fizz is going to be able to kill Kassadin at the same time. So 1-for-1 trade, actually no, 1-for-2 trade. We were able to get 2 from that, and we lost 1 person. So pretty fair exchange in our opinion, in my opinion, for us at least. So anyway, pardon me, burping all over the place. I'm going to just try and put a bit more harass on this tower, and I'm just curious Right, so this is an AP KO. Anyway, so I also want to really sort of apologize to you guys because I haven't really been uploading many videos. Like, I start a new series and then I sort of forget about the other one, so I haven't really released a Amnesia video recently, and that is sort of because I'm sort of stuck in the machine room. I have to figure that out. But I haven't really released any LOL videos. I have, I think, 8 games I want to film, but I haven't really had time to, and that's because I've been actually waiting on somebody who's meant to give me some replays that he had, and it looks like Olaf's decided to join us bot, but here comes Fizz, so hopefully he's going to be able to ult, and it's going to go on to the Olaf. We're going to go in after him. He's going to pop his ultimate, and there's the ultimate from Kale. I'm getting quite a bit of harass being taken down on me, but Frizz is going to be able to pick up the Olaf. We're going to continue chasing after the Kale or Ashe, but it looks like we're going to go after the Kale. She doesn't have her ultimate up, but she's going to be able to get away. Meanwhile, it looks like Jin Zhao being able to take down Kassadin with the help of Pantheon. Anyway, so I'm gonna probably recall now and pick up my BF, no, Bloodthirster, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, so I have, my friend was meant to send me a few games, ranked games that he had. Oh, it looks like I'm picking up a Zeal instead. Okay, so Zeal, good item on Graves, great item actually, because it builds into a Trinity Force, which is great also, as well as a Phantom Dancer, so you can choose either one of those, but I'm not sure which one I went for in this game. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, he was meant to send me some ranked games. He hasn't really yet, but once he has, I'll be sure to record those, because I'm really anxious to do them, because he is an 1800 ELO player, and he has really high skilled level games, and I'm really looking forward to casting some of his games, as it will give me a bit more of an indentation as to what type of games high ELO players play. It will give, hopefully, all of you, and then fail farming, it will give you guys some type of impression as what you should and shouldn't do, as well as help me out in casting and as well playing, but because I wouldn't really mind taking my commentary to a professional level, but obviously I'm nowhere near as good as those guys, and also I don't think I'll be able to, because I am... Anyway, so I'm going to get ulted, and it looks like I can't actually use my cleanse in a Warwick ultimate, but I'm going to be able to cleanse out, use my flash, and it looks like they're going to chase after, but here comes Jin Zhao helping out, and also I just want to stuff it. Anyway, so Jin Zhao ultimate and a Taric stun going on to Kale, and it looks like not going to be able to do much here. I'm getting quite low, so we're going to go after Warwick, and Jin Zhao's going to be able to get the kill on him, and we got Ashe and Kale really low, but I'm low as well, so I'm going to pop my health pot and continue, and it looks like Pantheon getting a kill on Kassadin, and it looks like Fizz going after Ashe, being able to kill her, and Olaf unfortunately killing Pantheon. Pantheon must have been pretty low. Anyway, so yeah, I wouldn't mind actually casting like pro games, for instance, like Colby Cheese, like when he casts like the pro league tournaments, but I'm not sure how you would even get into that, and I'm not sure if I would even be allowed, because I am only 15, so you know, I might as well just like ask one of them, but I doubt it. Anyway, so I went back and I picked up a Cloak of Agility, so once again I have no idea if this is to build into a Phantom Dancer or an Infinity Edge, because they both build into the same thing and I have items from them. And I am really confused. Anyway, so Jin Zhao said he's almost done and we don't know what, so we asked, and he's going to say IE. There we go. And I really couldn't care less if he had an IE or not. Speed this up a bit. So I wanted to go after this Ashe because she was actually quite squishy, and I would be able to kill her, and there she is. But I'm going to walk the other way, and Ash is going to telly out. I thought she was going to telly, so I was going to go after Kale. But she's going to ult me, and I was going to try and get away. I'm slowed again, and I am just going to E over, and that is what I meant by its great spell, because you can just E over. Anyway, so there's my favorite, my first kill, sorry. So I was 007, but now I'm 107, so I'm no longer a secret agent. And yeah, that's going to help me out. Anyway, so yeah, there's not really much to commentate on this game. This is sort of like a quick game. It's only like a 23-minute game, but I wanted to show a Graves game because I hadn't got a Graves game, and anyway, so it looks like Pantheon gonna be able to pick up a kill on Kale, but yeah, I don't really get to show much LOL, and by the time I release this, you'll probably be aware of my Minecraft series taking a bit of a wrong turn, but that might be in the next episode, so I'll keep quiet about that. Anyway, so normally with Graves, positioning wise in like team fights, you sort of want to be at the back, just throwing out your smoke screen to cover them so they can't see. Same with your buckshot and your ultimate, and just quick draw around. Just trying to focus the squishy. So normally you can throw the smoke screen on like the tank or whatever, or the AD carry even, and just focus the carry, and hopefully be able to take him down, and that should help you out a lot. Anyway, so I went back and bought my IE, as I said, and some sight wards. So it looks like I did go for my IE first. And yeah, anyway, so looks like Fizz and Tarek and Jinzao coming around. Gonna try and gank this Olaf, but Olaf is probably just gonna pop his ultimate, yep, and try and run away. But it looks like he's not gonna be able to. He's for some reason using his true damage thing, which also deals true damage to him, and that's gonna be his downfall, and unfortunately he's gonna die. Anyway, so I'm going to try and go after this KO and get her quite low. I do have quite a bit of attack speed, and she's just gonna ult herself, so I'm not gonna do anything. But there's the sun going on to Tarek, Kale, and we're going to be able to take it down with me getting the kill. So, going quite well now, 207, so far so good, and they've only got 9 kills. Anyway, so, looks like Pantheon absolutely just going to be able to demolish Ash's health as he ults in, being able to use his stun spear combo. But, looks like we're going to be able to get this turret and this inhibitor, and it's going to get quite close to the GG part, as Fizz tries to go after Cassidy, but he just ults away. Anyway, so I was just hanging around away from my team for some reason, and this is not where you want to be. Anyway, so I just randomly ulted, and that is because they were surrendered. That's going to be GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. Quite a short match, actually. So I'm going to probably release another LOL video, 2 LOL videos this week. And thanks, guys, for watching. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Leave a comment who you would like me to play next. And yeah, thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.